This is Jessie from the cat, and this is day 2 of me committing to having to look at myself in a camera and talk to you all about vintage and small business stuff and marketing for 8 to 9 minutes on YouTube. Okay, now that that's out of the way, today I want to talk about lighting. Okay, I am obsessed with interesting lighting. I'm in maybe the worst room in my house, which is a secret basement nook made for sewing. It actually has a built-in, what's that thing called? Ironing board that lives in the wall. It's kind of warped. I don't know what happened to it. This house is 80 something years old and I can't use that one, but I do store stuff in there. And there's all these cabinets. So this is my creepy sewing room, and I have posted videos on TikTok before of me cleaning it because it became a drop zone for like junk and laundry and just like whatever for years because it's kind of inaccessible. It's not a room that we go by often. We have like a half basement here. And yeah, anyway, I cleared it out mostly. There's still a lot of art supplies that I haven't gotten to using yet, or things that need repair in here. I have a lot of vintage sweaters that I'll go through and like repair. So this is where I do all of that work, and hopefully you can see me clearly. I have a couple lights on. Anyway, today I want to talk about niche lighting, and I have this book with me that my friend Bill gave me called Turned On. This was, when did this come out? Leland and Crystal Payton. This is an awesome book. I've actually seen it at Savers a couple times and bought it again for other people because I love it. It has essentially a library of niche early mid-century lighting and beyond. When was this made? I'm gonna have to edit this out. 1989. Oh my god, yes. So it is very Pee-wee-esque. It has all of that sort of, what do you call it, design to it. So this is the inner page. Look at this cactus light. Yes, it's amazing. Anyway, I love niche novelty lighting. If you go to our store, the Cat Vintage, right now, I just put up almost most of my lava lamps. They aren't even vintage, a lot of them. Some of them are. They're from the 90s. I have some older ones, but what happens is the wax from being heated up so many times, if they were used a lot, becomes hard and doesn't flow right, and you have to replace the liquid, you have to filter the wax. It's like this whole thing. But if you join the lava lamp groups on Facebook, you can learn a lot about fixing an old lava lamp. Anyway, I also love other niche lamps. Oh my god, my drink. I already had a coffee. I'm about to go out. I didn't want to drink another coffee, so here we go with water, which is not as satisfying. But I'm trying to drink more water. Anyway, I love these ceramic kitschy lamps. I don't even know how many. We have tons of those cat ones, the Siamese cats, the panthers. They're all at the shop. I'm going to show them off one day on here when we get everything set up for the Vintage Cat Museum. But today I have here with me a 1950s Kron lamp, which is, I think, the brand that made it, probably American made. I gotta do a little more research on this lamp. I'm gonna do a whole thing on it because this lamp and I have a connection. I actually found this exact lamp in the lime green color in an abandoned hotel in the middle of upstate New York. Not like in a hotel room, but it was actually like under in the basement in this secret room hidden behind the stairs, behind this other stuff. And yeah, I was obsessed with that lamp. So both times I've found it, it didn't have a shade. So I do need to get a shade. But this lamp is featured in this book, Turned On. I'll show you here. Oh no, I don't want to drop it, so I'm going to put it on. Oh. I do need to rewire that lamp. Our friend Max showed us how to do that. Sam's done it once. So we actually usually, if the electrical is not good on lamps that we have at the store, we do rewire them. So, oh my god, look at me with my Lisa Frank bookmark. It's not a bookmark, it's actually one of the little rulers, but that came from the Marky the Unicorn set in like 1994 for sure. Anyway, these lamps are in this book right here, the black and the white ones, and you can see these shades. There's actually this store in New Orleans that I always go to every year when we visit called Vivolo that is 50s lamps and reproduction 50s lamps like this with the shades, and I think most of the shades are reproductions that you can order from them, and they're awesome. They're really authentic. They're fiberglass. The colorways are great. I found some on Etsy recently that I'm gonna take a chance on and order for this lamp. Now that I saw that picture with the authentic shade, the one I was gonna pick is pretty close. I'll post this. I'll take a picture of this and put it over my channel in this video. But it was pretty close. Mine had like a little teal in it. I am redoing the guest room in my house right now. More like dark, moody 50s, 80s. Anyway, you'll probably see more of that if I can keep up with these, which I think I can because I'm taking this very casually. Once when I was a kid, and it's so true, this is like the hardest truth criticism I got in real life once when I was a kid. He told me, this random kid in school told me that it sounded like I couldn't breathe when I talked. And I was like, yeah, I can't breathe when I talk. I know, like I'm totally aware of that. I don't know, there's something wrong with me. Anyway, I am very conscious of that, so it's hard to, who cares, right? Literally nobody's watching this. It's for practice and getting used to putting this sort of content out there again and finding snippets of it for more fun actual social media pieces about these topics in vintage, small business, marketing, cats, vintage cats, all that stuff that I want to share with people and connect with other people who are passionate about that stuff. I do find places like the Facebook groups and Reddit threads, thrift store cats, and about lava lamps like I mentioned before, and I actually learn a lot about what goes on in the community, not only trend-wise, but how to fix things and find the original matching shades that would go with a piece. And yeah, it can be really educational to build community and find these spaces online. So I want to find that with YouTube. I consume a lot of YouTube, but I don't create a lot of content for YouTube. It always felt much more manufactured than I had the time to do. I can manufacture short term, I can do short form, I can do animations, I can make up stories, jokes, all that sort of fun stuff that I've built organic following on different accounts for different things in a fun way and met a lot of really cool people. But YouTube I never did. So we'll see. Anyway, onto the lamps. There were some other ones that we had in here that were just so amazing. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this. The crocodile with the light bulb. That's the other thing about vintage lamps, that if you are into them, you have to start collecting the old ceramic colored bulbs. I think they're ceramic, maybe they're porcelain. I'll have Bill on one day and we'll talk about our bulb collection. Actually, I helped him sell some of his at his neon estate sale last winter, and we kept some. We did keep some, but I've also found them other places. I keep an eye out for them in people's garages with their Christmas stuff, whatever. So I am always trying to find the ceramic coated vintage light bulbs that are still working. I have pink. I just sold one to somebody in a beautiful lamp with the red one. It looked so good in the amber lamp shade. I have blue, green. I have a lot of the little mini Christmas light ones. I actually manipulate the color of that happy hour lava lamp with a old ceramic Christmas bulb. It's more yellow right now. I can do green. I have all the colors in those types, so those are a fun thing to collect if you like old lighting. Anyway, I think I've reached my stopping point. This old lighting stuff, this is like one of my niche subjects, so I'll probably talk about it a lot. And I'm gonna go now. Rob is waiting for me. He's gonna start like looking for me in the house, and then he'll be all confused when I'm talking on a mic to myself in my